Okay, so I previously made a video about the things that I carry every day, and I realized I was leaving some things out. Some of them because I was using them to make the video, and some of them just because I keep them in my pockets, and I didn't go through my pockets. So let's do those. So the first thing I always have, one of these little knives. These are extremely useful. Hang on a second, I'm going to do this again. Oh yeah, this is we get to see the tape being used. Okay, so one thing about these knives, I lose them all the time because I always have one with me, and I don't like to keep it on a keychain or anything. It makes it a lot harder to use. So I lose them constantly, so I engrave my phone number on them, which I don't feel like putting on the internet. But yeah, I use the scissors all the time. Knife blade fairly often. This kind of screwdriver type attachment is often handy, and the nail file occasionally, but also the tweezers. It's often really handy to have some tweezers, and the toothpick as well is useful surprisingly often. So that's a mainstay. I also have my key ring that I have taken my keys off of for obvious reasons. The things that aren't keys, oh my god, I have to take this as well. Okay, the things I have on my key ring which aren't keys, one of these dealies for getting SIM cards out of phones and things like that. A bottle opener, which I've punched if found call and then my phone number on the other side. Sometimes it's handy as a bottle opener. It's also kind of just, if I lose my keys, that there's a durable way that people can get them back to me. This is not actually a key. This is a little multi-tool thing that looks like a key, which is nice because it means you can fly with it. The reason that I don't use this as much and don't really strongly recommend it is because it clips together too strongly and is very difficult to take apart. But it's got some handy tools on there, right? You've got a little blade. This snaps either in a right angle position or open. Screwdriver on this end, and this on the very end here is like a tiny screwdriver for glasses and stuff like that, I guess. I don't actually get that much use out of this, but whatever. Because as I say, once you snap it together, it's really hard to get. There's no way to grab it to get in there and unsnap it. You usually have to use your teeth, and it's annoying. This is genius. This thing is super good. This is called a heat it. So when you get bitten by a mosquito, did you know that the mosquito will inject you with some kind of protein, which I think is like an anticoagulant? I'm not sure of the details, but much of the immune response and therefore the itchiness is in response to these proteins, which can be denatured with heat. And sometimes people use like a hot spoon for this or whatever. They also make devices about yay big that have a battery in them and heat up a resistor or whatever to a specific temperature, and you can then just makes the itch completely stop. This is genius because it's got USB-C on the back and it plugs into your phone, and there's an app, which I can't show because I'm filming on my phone, but you literally plug it in, it detects that it's plugged in, launches the app, you can like configure a few things, heat this up. So I always have that on me. It means that mosquito bites are just not a problem. Wonderful. Earphones, I have the Bluetooth earbuds, but you know, sometimes their battery is flat or that kind of thing, so it's nice to have those on me. My phone, obviously, which I'm filming with. Then in my jacket, I have notepad and a pen and a pencil. The notepad is from Muji. It is the best form of notepad in that it's 5mm lines with faint vertical grid lines. So you have the advantage of being able to do things neatly in a grid, but it's also pleasant to write on. Muji, excellent stuff. The pencil is a Kuru Toga that I got also in Japan, which is extremely cute, the way this works. So if you would focus there, it doesn't have the problem that you often get with these pencils where as you use them, they get worn down diagonally. This, every time you lift it and put it back down, this mechanism rotates the lead slightly so that it's always even and you always get the same thickness of lines. Isn't that cute? Japan is just next level with the stationery. Other things I carry include sunglasses. These are from Primark, which is the only place where I've found sunglasses cheap enough and crappy enough that they really go completely flat. And so you can comfortably keep them on the inside pocket of a jacket or blazer. And I don't care about them. I buy these several at a time and I sit on them or whatever all the time, and I don't care because it's Primark. This thing cost, you know, £3 or something. Passport, that's just ID basically. Oh, this thing. Did you know that if you take a spent shell casing of 9mm Luger from a pistol, and a spent shell casing of 5.56, or this is maybe 223. No, this is 5.56. They go together perfectly. It's like it makes like an airtight seal. It's so neat. And you can keep your drugs in there. I keep my ADHD medication in there. I discovered this at a shooting range. Like, I fired both of these rounds and picked them up off the ground. I don't know why that's my job, but it's so satisfying. I recommend everybody get that to keep your amphetamines in. Delightful object. What else? Oh, some melatonin, because it's just really convenient to have it on me to take it when the alarm goes. Condom, because it's good to be prepared. Tea bag, because it's good to be prepared. What else? Oh yeah, and various bank cards that I won't show you. And then we can talk about video equipment. I tend to keep my video equipment in this, which an airline gave me for some reason. It's like Away branded. It's like a tiny suitcase, but it's a little package. So some of the things I'm using, like the other side of this, is a phone grabbing holdery thing. So this opens up into a base, and this is the standard thread that camera equipment uses. So it's basically a tripod for holding a camera. But the thing that's nice is, because it's divided in two with this thread, you can put something else in the middle. So for example, I will often have this, which actually I also got in Japan, which is a monopod / walking stick. It's extendable at each of these points. And this end part, the like foot, comes off. I lost the original. This one is 3D printed. Comes off and reveals the same type of socket. So you could, if you really wanted to, take this, screw it onto the bottom here, open that up, stand this up, and have the top part, you know, with a ball mount or whatever, and you can make a camera tripod that way, which is quite unstable because it's pretty narrow at the base, but it will work in a pinch, and it is extremely portable and light and convenient, and you can even just be using this as a walking stick until you use it as a monopod. It's also just useful with just this base and just to give a steady shot, but then you do need a hand to hold it. This same thing also is attached, you know, it has the same connector, so you can combine any of these together, and this is a clamp that you can clamp onto, you know, a pole or a branch of a tree or whatever for setting up a shot. In here, I have audio stuff mostly. The Zoom F2BT, which I favor. This records in floating point audio, which is really nice because it means you never have to set the levels, plus the lav mic for that. And then in here, just various batteries and SD cards and affiliated connectors and things for working with that. Okay, these are the things I was using to hold my camera just now, so now I'll just interact with it one-handed. So this is the top part of this. This like opens up. Can I do this one-handed? Yeah, and then these fold out, and you can grab your phone with it and hold it, and it screws onto that. Or it screws onto this, which is one of those like magic arm type things, which is very clever. This can move, this can move, this can move, but when you tighten this one knob down, it locks all of the joints in place at the same time. So you can kind of position your camera however you want it and then lock it down. Super useful thing to have. So that also lives in here with the other filming equipment. This, I got this from a spy shop. This is fun. So this goes around your neck, under your clothes, and it connects by Bluetooth to a phone. And on the other side goes to this absurdly tiny little earpiece, which you can open up and lose forever. Takes one of those tiny watch batteries and will transfer audio from the phone into your ear. And I sometimes use this as an audio cue. I'll record the script for what I'm going to say and play it back, and then I can be reminded of what I'm supposed to say. This works surprisingly well. I don't use it that often because it's a bit of a faff to set up, but yeah, lets you deliver the whole thing in one take without having to memorize the whole thing. I think that's everything that I'm willing to show you. As before, any questions, suggestions, ideas, let me know.